For 8 weeks of summer, the city will be alive with the sound of music thanks to the return of the Proms, one of the world's greatest classical music festivals. But what if you can't stand Schubert or harbor a hatred of Handel? Classical isn't for everyone, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the Proms. With a whole world of musical genres represented at the festival, from Argentine tango to disco punk, this is what you can still see if you don't like classical music. Everything you need to know about the Proms 2018 veritable one-man jazz band. Jacob Collier takes to the stage at the Royal Albert Hall, fresh from winning 2 awards at this year's Grammys for his debut album. He'll be teaming up with conductor Jules Buckley and the Metropole Orchestra alongside some special guests. July 19th, Royal Albert Hall Prom 13, Pioneers of Sound Shiva Faischeraki Benny La Vega. This one heads back through the history books of electronic music, celebrating its pioneers. The standout will be a turntable-based performance of Daphne Oram's Still Point, which has been hailed as the first piece to combine a live orchestra with electronics. July 23, Royal Albert Hall Proms at Cadogan Hall. 3 ancient rituals and new tales at this Cadogan Hall performance. It's all about the oud, the instrument, not the scent. Enter Cairo-born Joseph Darmados, an expert in the Middle Eastern lute, who will show the oud off in all its glory, mixing traditional Arabic pieces with his own contemporary compositions. July 30, Cadogan Hall Prom 23, Havana meets Kingston. Acclaimed producer Mr. Savona is bringing together sounds from across the Caribbean Sea in this sun-soaked fusion prom. Some of Jamaica and Cuba's influential musicians will come together to perform both rumba and reggae on the same stage. July 31, Royal Albert Hall Prom 27, Folk Music Around Britain and Ireland, a celebration of the musical traditions of the British Isles. This prom aims to explore both the history and future of folk music. Performers include singer Julie Fowlis and Welsh band Allow. August 3, Royal Albert Hall Prom 35, New York, Sound of a City Serpent with Feet Ash Kingston. The Proms are heading across the pond for a late-night galavant around contemporary New York. A diverse lineup consists of experimental pop artist Serpent with Feet, dance collective Hercules and Love Affair, and singer-songwriter Sharon Van Etten. August 8, Royal Albert Hall Prom 3839, West Side Story musical theatre fans, you've come to the Proms in a good year. Leonard Bernstein would have celebrated his 100th birthday in August, which warrants back-to-back performances of his soaring West Side Story score. August 11, Royal Albert Hall Proms at Cadogan Hall 6, The Sense of an Ending. Laura Mvula John Skinner poetry around the theme of endings meets a choral score at Cadogan Hall. Mercury Prize-nominated Laura Mvula has composed a special piece for this prom, inspired by a Black Madonna sculpture in Barcelona. August 20, Cadogan Hall Prom 57 on the Town. Conductor John Wilson continues on his celebration of Bernstein, moving from West Side Story to a rendition of his 1944 musical, On the Town. New York is, after all, a hell of a town. August 25, Royal Albert Hall Prom 65A, Youssou N'Dour Super Étoile de Dakar. Youssou N'Dour Yuri Lenket, a Senegalese icon. Youssou N'Dour is known not only for his music, but his passionate involvement in politics. In his Proms debut, he and his band Le Super Étoile de Dakar will be bringing the sounds of West Africa, fused with rumba, hip-hop and soul. August 31, Royal Albert Hall Proms at Alexandra Palace. In one of the first performances at the nearly renovated Alexandra Palace Theatre, which has been left neglected and closed off for decades, the Proms are going back to the start. Trial by Jury, a comic opera by Gilbert and Sullivan, premiered in the same year the theatre originally opened, and will be performed this year in the Victorian Auditorium. September 1, Alexandra Palace Prom 70 Tango Prom. The women composers leading the charge at this year's Proms from 19th century Argentina via 20th century Finland. Yes, really the dulcet tones of tango have come a long way. The lineup will feature the likes of Grammy Award-winning pianist Pablo Ziegler and the Britten Sinfonia. September 4, Royal Albert Hall Proms in the Park. You can still enjoying the flag-waving thrill of the last night of the Proms, by peppering it with some throwback hits in Hyde Park. Presented by Michael Ball, Proms in the Park will present the likes of soul legend Gladys Knight, Brothers frontman Matt Goss and songstress Lisa Stansfield. September 8, Hyde Park. For more information about the Proms lineup, visit bbc.co.uk.